Have you ever volunteered to coach your sons or daughters or nephews or grandkids' rec league soccer team? I'm Coach Dave with Dad Bod Soccer. I want to share 3 absolutely golden tips on how to give these little soccer kids an amazing experience. No soccer knowledge required. I just got off the phone with a good friend who has volunteered to coach his 7-year-old daughter's rec co-ed soccer team. He was feeling a little hesitant since he hasn't played soccer since elementary school, but he was willing to give it a try and he was looking for some help. Here is my advice to my friend and all the rest of you parents out there grabbing a whistle and cones and heading out as volunteer coaches. First, you must remember what your goal is, and that is to make these kids love having a soccer ball at their feet. Don't try to teach them about positions or through balls or proper tackling technique. Get them to want to come to practice and to want to stay afterwards. Here are 3 simple and practical tips for volunteer parent soccer coaches. First tip, plan your practices. You need 10 to 12 really fun and exciting games that you can rotate throughout the season. Don't worry about making them complicated or fancy. For an hour-long practice, plan 3 to 4 of those games. You'll need a couple of minutes in between to set up and to give the kids a chance to rest and hydrate. Always plan to end the practice with 15 to 20 minutes of free play. No coaching allowed. Let the kids play, let them enjoy it. Tip number 2, keep it simple. Stop talking so much. You should take no more than 30 seconds to explain the next game. If it takes longer than 30 seconds, it's too complicated and probably the kids aren't going to understand it anyway. And 3, the most important of all, compliment these kids like crazy. Say something that you love about each kid at each practice. But what if they're not very good at soccer? Totally fine. Try complimenting them on one of these things. A huge smile, great shoelaces, getting to practice on time, working extra hard at a game, sharing their water bottle, remembering not to catch the ball with their hands, finding an extraordinary butterfly. Remember your goal. Get the kids to love having a soccer ball at their feet. Their future affection for the game of soccer will not happen because you corrected everything they did wrong at rec league practice. And here's the big secret. I still use each one of these tips with my 15 and 16-year-old competitive boy players. Tip number 1, plan your practice. Tip number 2, keep it simple, talk for 30 seconds or less. And tip number 3, my favorite, compliment the kids like crazy. You will see the joy on their adorable little faces when they come to practice. You'll get texts and calls from parents for how grateful they are. If you have any tips that you'd like to share with other volunteer parent coaches, drop them in the comments below. As always, coaches, love the kids, love the game. This is Coach Dave with Dad Bod Soccer.